Hello, I am in Kuala Lumpur. So, I actually came here to present some of my team's research at the ISID medical conference. But that's all done now, so I am traveling. And that started off yesterday, actually, at the Tian Hao Temple. So let's kick this video off from there. What I love about KL is how diverse it is. Not just in terms of the people you see, but the city itself. Every landmark and district seems like it has its own heritage. Having a harmonious multicultural society has proved difficult for a lot of places to pull off, but Malaysia seems to be doing it really well. Now, this isn't exactly common for a post-colonial state. Case in point, I'm from Pakistan, which was only created because, well, Muslims and Hindus weren't exactly getting on very well. And yet, here you have Malaysia, which has Islam as its national religion, and yet one of its key cultural landmarks is the Batu Caves, where Hindus come for pilgrimage from all over. So, seeing Malaysia be beautiful and prosperous and celebrating its diversity makes me happy. And it also makes me wonder how. To understand how this came to be, we need to talk about rubber and tin. Now, these were two commodities that were essential for the European Industrial Revolution, and they were also abundant here in Malaysia.
This is Malay, a land rich in natural resources, rich in the vital metal tin.
So, the British, who were the rulers at the time, decided to import Chinese and Indian laborers to help meet the demand of the economy. What this meant was a transformation from the indigenous Malay society to a multi-ethnic one. In typical fashion, the British enacted a policy of divide and rule. Essentially, this meant segregating the multi-ethnic society according to economic sectors. So, for example, town education was designed so that they would essentially stay as laborers on the rubber estates, and the indigenous population were left to subsistence farming. Three communities were only really encountering each other on the functional level, so buying and selling things at the markets, rather than actually being part of each other's daily lives. Fast forward to 1957, the Malay Peninsula gains independence, and here is where the story gets really interesting. But before I tell you all about that, I've booked a Grab taxi, which I'm going to take to an eco park, so see you after that. After independence, the Indian and Chinese entered into what is known as the social contract, which stipulated that Malay would be recognized as a national language and Islam as a national religion. In return, these people would be guaranteed citizenship, and Malaysia would be a secular state. Now, this wasn't enough to simply undo all of the suspicions between communities that have been enabled by the British. And this much is made clear by the Malay-Chinese sectarian riots that broke out in 1969. Alright guys, I think we're coming up on Jamek Mosque, which should be a sight to behold. Realizing that something needs to change, the Malaysian government began laying out policies that would enable better unity between communities. Now, I want to talk to you about these, but I've been waiting for a long time, so let me find someone to say first. Alright, I guess this is as good a place as any. So, those policies. Let's start with the new economic policy, which was begun in 1971. Now, this was huge for improving the financial prosperity of the nation, but also critically restructured the British-created ethnic division of labour, which meant greater social mixing between the different communities. This was done on an educational level as well, with greater equitable access, meaning an emergence of a multi-ethnic middle class. All this resulted in a softening of the mistrust that was so evident in the late 1960s. Politically, though parties are largely ethnic-based, no one party believes that it can rule without the cooperation and support of others. This is why the political flags you see around town aren't for any one party, but instead coalitions of them, like the National Front, which is comprised of over a dozen different parties. Now, I'm not trying to say that things are perfect here, but these policies seem to have really worked, and the locals have really bought into this idea of having a multicultural society and being proud of it. I think the person who said this best was a local KL taxi driver.
You put away the politics, we are in one big family. You have no idea in other countries they have only one nation and one type of people. They won't know what their other culture looks like. So that's why other countries' people will come to Malaysia and feel how we three big races can be together for so many years. You see, it's about like give and take and respect on each culture. You see, but we enjoy.